Hi everybody, we're going to do ratios, rates, and proportions for this video. Okay, make sure you print this out so you can do the problems with me. Alright, a ratio. Where's my bill? Here we go. Whoa. Alright, a ratio is just a comparison of two things. So like 2 girls to 3 boys, or 2 girls with a colon to 3 boys, or 2 girls to 3 boys. You can do it with a fraction bar, you can do it with the colon, or you can do it with the word 2. A rate is per, like 2 per, like 25 miles per gallon. Okay. And then a proportion is a fraction equals a fraction. So I don't know. 2/3 equals some number over 9. Okay, and then you would solve it. Okay, let's find 3 ratios that are equivalent to 4/14. So one of them might be 2/7. Like if we divided everything by 2, we divided everything by 2. One might be 8/28 if we multiplied everything by 2. One might be if we multiplied everything by 3. Um, 12/42. All right, so those are all equal fractions and also equivalent ratios. All right, the price of a certain stock is $55 per share, and its earnings are $2.75 per share. What is the ratio? What is the ratio of the earnings to the stock's price? Of the certain stocks is 55 per share, and its earnings are Hang on one second. Okay, sorry, my kids. Okay, I'm sure you run into the same problems. All right, the price of the certain stock. So this price is 55 per share, and its earnings. So earnings are 275, and we want to know the ratio of the earnings. The earnings need to be on the top to the stock's price to the bottom. All right, so this is it. Basically, we just need to simplify that fraction. Okay. So I'm going to move stuff out of the way so we have more room to simplify. Earnings. Right. So 275 can be divided by 5, and 55 can be divided by 5. All right, sorry guys. So when we divide everything by 5, we get 0.55 over 11. All right. If it asked the other way, the ratio of the price to the earnings, we would do 55 divided by 2.75 and reduce that fraction, and that fraction reduces to 20. Just so you know. A manufacturer can produce 1,743 parts in 7 hours. What is the unit rate? So that means they want 1,743 in 7 hours, and they want it in 1 hour. Okay, so we can do excuse me, a couple things. We can set up this proportion and cross multiply and divide, or we can just divide these two guys and see what it is. 1743 divided by 7, we get 249 parts per hour. Ounces of health shake provide 5 grams of protein. How many ounces of the product will needed to provide 60 grams of protein. Okay, here we go. 4 ounces provide 5 grams of protein. How many ounces would be needed to provide 60 grams? All right, so we're going to set up, it was very country, we're going to set up a proportion, and then we're going to cross multiply like that. We're going to do 60 times 4 equals 5 times x, and then divide on both sides. So 60 times 4, 240, 5 times x, 5x. We're going to divide by 5 on both sides. So 240 divided by 5, we get 48. So we would need 48 ounces. Oh, don't forget your units. Jeez. Find the perimeter, okay, be careful here, of the actual object using the scale factor shown. All right, so 4 centimeters, that's 4, that's 4, that's 4, that's 4, that's 4, and 1 centimeter is 3 meters. All right, so 1 centimeter is 3 meters, and we have 4 centimeters. So first we need to figure out how many each side is in meters. So we're going to set up a proportion. To solve a proportion, you cross multiply and divide on both sides. So I'm going to cross multiply. Not multiply across, cross multiply. So 3 times 4 is 12. 1 times x is x. All right, so this guy is, each side now is not 4. It's going to be 12 meters. So this is 12, that's 12, that's 12, that's 12, and that's 12. All right, so there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So there's 12 and 5 sides. And 12 times 5 is 60. So 60 meters is the perimeter. Remember, perimeter is like you're walking around it. Map has a scale where 2 centimeters represents 245 kilometers. If the distance between two cities is 3.9 centimeters, what is the actual distance? All right, and we'll keep this in the back burner for a minute. All right, so we set up a proportion, cross multiply, so we're going to do 2x, 2 times x, and then we're going to do 245 times 3.9. Okay, 245 times 3.9 in our calculator. 955.5. That was 245 times 3.9. And then divided, okay, so we cross multiplied and divide on both sides. Now divided by 2. X equals, all right, our calculator said 477.75, but it says the nearest tenth. Okay, so 5 or more, raise the score. 4 or less, let it rest. So it's really 477.8 kilometers. I don't know if your kids are this way, but they only want when they can't have me. Okay, we're almost done here. Just trying to be productive. All right, add kilometers. So 477.8 kilometers. All right, so this forestry division tagged 53 deer and released them back. Later, they selected a sample of 224 deer and 14 were tagged. Okay, this is, let's make sure that we have our stuff set up correctly. Because when you set up a proportion, the same things have to be on the top. So, like, tagged both have to be on the top versus, and collected has to be on the bottom or something like that. All right, they caught and tagged 53, leaves them back. Later, they selected a sample of 244. Of the 244, 14 were tagged. 14 were tagged, and 244 was the sample. Assuming the proportion holds, what's the best estimate of the number of deer in the park? Okay, they caught and tagged 53 and released them. Later, they selected a sample of 244. 14 were tagged. Assuming the proportion of the tagged deer in the sample holds for all the forest, Right, so this is 53 because they caught and tagged 53, and we're just trying to figure out the total. Right, so we need to cross multiply, so 14 times x, and then we need to do 244 times 53. 224 times 53. 11872, and then divide on both sides. So we're going to divide by 14 on both sides. 8. So we have 848. Dear. Remember, always put your labels. All right, so that's everything for ratios, rates, and proportions. Do your independent practice, and then watch the next video. Thanks, guys.